Okay, are you ready? Let's start again on camera number 2. Zoom. Okay. ¿Fue tu idea o de ella? Was it your idea or hers? Was it her idea or yours? Was it my idea or theirs? Was it their idea or mine? Was it his idea or yours? Was it your idea or his? Aquí estoy mezclando el adjetivo posesivo con el pronombre posesivo. Su libro es suyo, de él. His book is his. En este caso con his, los dos son iguales. Ahora con my no. Mi libro es mío. My book is mine. Your book is yours, con un S bien sonora. Her book is hers. His book is his. Our book is ours. And their book is theirs. In every case, hay una, menos my and mine, hay un S al final. Y en el caso de his, son iguales. Su libro de él es suyo, de él. His book is his. Okay. ¿Fue tu idea o de ella? Was it your idea or hers? Was it her idea or yours? Was it my idea or theirs? Etcétera, etcétera, etcétera. ¿Por qué siempre llueve cuando canto? Why does it always rain when I sing? I sing well, don't I? I'm a good singer, aren't I? Yeah, I can sing okay. Love me tender, love me true, never let me go. Okay. That's, by the way, that song is incorrect English. It's wrong, grammatically incorrect. Elvis Presley said, Amame tierno, love me tender, amame verdadero. Literalmente lo que dice nuestro amigo Elvis. Love me tender, love me true. Okay. Tender es tierno. Sin embargo, esto exige un adverbio, tiernamente. Pero hay licencia poética. We have poetic license. Elvis Presley should have said, tenía que haber dicho, love me tenderly, love me truly. However, because of the cadence, we have to use adjectives. And in music and in poetry, we have license. Love me tender, love me true, nunca me sueltes, never let me go. Porque siempre llueve cuando canto. Why does it always rain when I sing? To rain. Why does it rain? Does it rain? Llueve mucho en Galicia. Does it rain a lot in Galicia? Does it rain much in Almería? Does it rain a lot in Texas? Does it rain much? Nos vale much y a lot en el interrogativo. Does it rain a lot? Does it rain a lot in Burgos? Does it rain a lot in Andalucía? Does it rain much in Catalonia? Does it rain a lot? Okay. Does it snow a lot in Spain? All right. ¿Por qué siempre llueve? Why does it always? Intercalando always. Why does it always rain when I sing? Well, maybe it's because you're a bad singer. Maybe you shouldn't sing so much. But I like to sing, all right? Presto atención siempre a lo que él dice. I pay attention to what he dice. Eso. I pay attention to what he says. I pay attention to what he says. ¿Y qué es lo que dice? And what does he say? Well, he says important things. Does he say things about you? No, he doesn't say things about you, about me. He says things about English. Y presto atención. En inglés la atención se paga, no se presta. I pay attention to what he says. I pay attention to everything he says. Yes. Oye, ¿cuánto te cobran? ¿Cobran por esta clase? How much do they charge? How much do they charge you for this class? They don't charge me anything. And how much do they charge me to use this studio? They don't charge me anything to use this studio. Okay? If you go to the restaurant, you go to a restaurant, you have a nice meal, and You say, excuse me, waiter, can you bring the bill, please? Can you bring the bill? Normally you make the sign of signing something. Can you bring the bill, please? En Estados Unidos muchos dicen, can you bring the check, please, para la cuenta, la dolorosa. And they bring the bill. And some people check the bill. I don't. I don't check it. I look at the bill. If they bring the bill, I look at the total. If the total is in total, okay? If the total is in line with my expectations, I don't look at it. If it looks, wow, this is expensive, then I look and I check the bill. Check the check. I look at it to make sure, number one, two things. First, I check to see if it's the bill for our table, because sometimes they bring the bill from another table, okay? And then I look to make sure that they have charged us for everything, or if they have overcharged us, or if they have charged us for something we didn't order. And you say, excuse me, waiter, we didn't order wine. You didn't order wine? No, we didn't. We drank water. Oh, okay, excuse me. But excuse me, waiter, you charged us for 2 bottles of wine, okay? We didn't drink any wine. You also charged us for a mousse de chocolate, a chocolate mousse. And we didn't order chocolate mousse. No, no. You've charged us for 2 things we didn't order. Oh, I'm very sorry. Okay. Can you bring me the bill again? Okay, and then, so the restaurant overcharged you. Te cobró de más. Y si te cobraste de menos, se lo dirías. If the restaurant undercharged you, would you tell them? I remember once at a bank, this is many years ago, and you remember the cashiers in the bank, los cajeros, if you go to the bank to withdraw money, you go and you write a check, all right, and you give it to the cashier. The cashier looks at the check, maybe checks your balance, the balance in your account. Balance no es, en este caso balance es saldo. El saldo de las cuentas se dice igual que balance. Balance. He'll check your balance, and if you have enough money to cover the check, then the check is good. If the check isn't good, it's a hot check. Me has dado un cheque caliente. Okay, it's a hot check and it will bounce, rebotará. Irá a la cama de compensación y boing, rebotará a tu mano con una comisión de servicio. Okay, that's the check bounce. If you write a hot check, a hot check and give it to somebody, that person deposits the check in his account, the check will bounce. And that person will call you and say, Richard, your check was not good. Are you telling me I gave you a hot check? No, it's just, apparently it's come back with a service charge on it, okay, a penalty. And so, okay, I'll make out a second check for you. I'll make out or write or extend a second check for you. Okay, now, to charge and to undercharge and to overcharge, what happened in the bank is I was at the cashier and I gave him a check. Pretty big check, because I needed a good amount of cash. And this was maybe in 1980, 20 muchos, almost 30 years ago. And I remember his name, I think it was Ignacio. And he was a normal guy. And I needed something like, in pesetas at that time, I can't remember, but it was a lot. It was something like 1,000 euros in pesetas. And he took out the equivalent of about 1,000, about 5,000 euros, a lot. And he counted out 1,000, put it out on the counter, mostró in front of me. And I took it and put it in. And as I walked out of the bank, going to the bus, I checked, and of the 4,000 and 1,000, he had given me 4,000, and he didn't realize it. So I walked out of the bank with 4,000 euros in my pocket. instead of 1,000. So I went back and I said, Ignacio, you, and he was so surprised that I had come back. So question, if a restaurant undercharged you, si te cobraste de menos, would you tell them? All right. To charge, how much do you charge for your classes? Me? If you want English classes with me, personal, private classes, I would charge you an arm and a leg. If you want classes, would you like to have an English class with me? Yes? How many hours do you want? 100 hours of class? I'll give you 100 hours. Okay? How much do you want? Well, excuse me, what's your question? How much am I going to charge you? How much am I going to charge you? Well, I'm going to charge you an arm and a leg. Te voy a cobrar un ojo de la cara. Dice aquí. En inglés no cobramos los ojos de la cara. Cobramos un brazo y una pierna. Okay? To charge an arm and a leg. Because I simply don't have time to give you class. I'm too busy, my friend. I don't have time to give you class. So if you want class, what you pay me has to compensate for the opportunity cost of other things I can't do in order to be with you. And that will cost you a small fortune, my friend, because I personally manage another 400 teachers, and many of those teachers are better than me. And it's true. Many of those teachers are better than me in the classroom because they're more patient. I'm patient in front of a television camera, or I'm patient in front of a radio microphone. But when I'm with the students and they make the same mistakes after 35 years, I lose my patience often. And I think there are many other teachers in my organization that are better than me because they are technically as good as me, and they're more patient than I am, okay? So if you need a class, don't ask me, ask my organization. And besides, if you want me, said yo quiero ese de la tele, okay, I want that guy. I've received these type of requests before. It's going to cost you, I'm going to charge you. Te va a costar, yo te voy a cobrar. I'm going to charge you. Charge. También es cargar la batería. Una batería, recargarlos, to charge your battery, to recharge. Okay, I will charge you un brazo y una pierna. I'll charge you an arm and a leg. You'll learn English a lot, that's for sure. But I think you can learn the same with other people in my organization for less money. All right. ¿Cuánto te cobran por ese servicio? How much do they charge you for that service? ¿Tu casa tiene aire acondicionado? Does your house have? Does your house have? No olvidemos los verbos auxiliares que están ahí para auxiliar, para prestar auxilio a los sujetos. Does your house have air conditioning? Does your house have central heating? Does your house have a nice kitchen? How many bathrooms does your house have? Does your house have a big dining room? Does your house have a big living room? Does your house have a nice entrance hall? El hall de entrada. La entrada. Vaughan. Does your house have a high ceiling or a low ceiling? Does your house have air conditioning and heating in the same system? Does your house have hot water? Does your house have a hot water tank that's electric? All right. Does your house have natural gas? All right. Does your house have, or does your kitchen have a nice refrigerator, etc.? Does Paco have a car? Does your house have a high ceiling? Okay. Hay que practicar eso, la tercera persona del singular, con el verbo to have, does, y practicar hasta el juicio final, si es necesario, para dominar. Does this microphone have a strong base? Does this cup have a handle? Un asa. Does this pen have a cap? Yes, it does. Does this book have a spiral system? Yes, it does. Does this book have many lists? Yes, it does. How many lists does it contain or does it have? It has 30 lists. And does this book have a lot of interesting information? Of course it does. Okay. Paso mucho tiempo en mi coche. I spend a lot of time in my car. To spend es gastar dinero, para también dedicar o pasar tiempo. I spend a lot of time with my kids. I spend a lot of time with my family. I spend a lot of time in my car. I spend a lot of time preparing new material. I spend a lot of time in front of this camera and that camera and the other camera. I spend a lot of time in the studio. I spend a lot of time. How much time do you spend at home on the weekends? How much time do you spend in your office at work? How much time do you spend in your car every day during the week, during the working week? How much time do you spend studying English? How much time do you spend watching this show? To spend. Paso mucho tiempo en mi coche. I spend a lot of time. I spend a lot of time in my car. All right? Y gasto mucho dinero en comida. I spend a lot of time on food. Cuando gastas dinero en cosas, son on cosas en inglés. I spend a lot of money on clothes. I spend a lot of money on jewelry, joyas. Yeah. I spend a lot of money on paper. Yeah. I spend a lot of money on petrol, como dirían mis amigos británicos. I spend a lot of money on gasoline. I spend a lot of money on spirits, que no son los espíritus, son las bebidas alcohólicas, which is not true. I don't spend a lot of money on spirits. I don't drink spirits. I only drink beer and wine, and occasionally, very occasionally, a glass of brandy. I don't spend much money on alcohol. I don't spend much money on clothes. I don't spend much money on electronic or stereophonic equipment for my house. I don't spend much money on travel. No. I don't spend much money on leisure. For me, leisure time, mi tiempo de eso, is to read at home. And that's not very expensive. Okay, it's not very expensive. Yeah. I don't spend a lot of money on computer equipment. To spend on. Y trato de controlar mis gastos. I try to control my expenses. I always make an effort to control my expenses. Expenses. Los gastos. All right? I try to control my expenses. Control. La segunda sílaba lleva la acentuación, como en español, control. Por algún motivo que todos los profesores desconocemos, los españoles, cuando habláis en inglés, decís control. No sé por qué. Como el patrol, un coche. Cuando en inglés es patrol. Voy a patrullar y controlar. I'm going to patrol and control. Okay? Now, I'm going to control your progress with English. In fact, I don't want to control your progress with English because you need to progress faster than I expect. I want to see results that are surprising. I want you to surprise me with your progress. I said, wow. Maria Luisa, Maria Eugenia, Maria Jesus, Maria Jose, your progress is incredible. I am so surprised. Wow. Congratulations. Wow, it makes me feel good. All right. Si lo quieres, tendrás que luchar por ello. If you want it, you'll have to fight for it. I'm not going to give it to you for free, eh? If you want it, you're going to have to fight for it. And it's not easy to get. I'm going to offer you the good things in life. I'm here to offer you the good things in life. Are you interested in the good things in life? Are you interested in having a lot of money? Are you interested in having a good, stimulating job? Are you interested in being able to travel around the world? Are you interested in having a nice car? Are you interested in flying to Saint-Tropez tomorrow if you want? Are you interested in the good things in life? Do you want the good things in life? Well, I'm here. I have come because you've called. You called my agency, and my agency is The Good Things in Life, SL. Okay? And I'm here now. Tell me what good things in life you want. Yes? And I will tell you how much you have to fight for them. Okay? Si quieres las cosas buenas en la vida, tendrás que luchar por ellas. If you want the good things in life, you'll have to fight for them. And I will explain to you how to fight for them. Okay? If you want the good things. Si lo quieres, tendrás que luchar por ello. If you want it, you'll have to fight for it. You'll have to fight for it. Okay? And let me tell you, se dice that the best things in life are free. Lo mejor de la vida, las mejores cosas de la vida son gratis. Maybe love. Maybe it's free. Who knows? The best things in life are free is true. It's really true because you don't have to pay money to get them, but you have to work hard to get them. There's no such thing as a free lunch. No existe tal cosa que se llama comida gratis, okay, una cena gratis. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Everything has a price. Many times, thank God, the price is not monetary. The price is in time, effort, passion, but there's a price. You have to pay a price for everything. El dinero no trae la felicidad. Money doesn't bring happiness. What do you think? Does money bring happiness? Does money bring happiness? Fijaos cómo uso de nuevo el auxiliar does. Y aquí el sujeto es money. Money, que se pronuncia como funny. Does money bring happiness? I think it doesn't. In fact, to tell you the truth, from my experience, money doesn't bring happiness, and it can be counterproductive. Let me tell you why. The job of teaching English in Spain has allowed me, let me, terminamos aquí. All right. Teaching English in Spain for so many years has allowed me to meet at least 5,000, maybe 6,000 people. And I have met people of every social class, every type of professional or personal activity. I think I have met a cross-section, casi como un abanico, of everything in this country. And I have taught many people with money. Men, women, rich men, wealthy men, hombres adinerados, mujeres adineradas, the children of wealthy families. And I guarantee you, okay, the net happiness, la felicidad neta, that I have perceived in the wealthy, in my honest opinion, is less than I perceived in the middle classes and more humble classes. And I think it's true. Money doesn't bring, el dinero no trae la felicidad. I believe it completely. Luego ha dicho, hay la gente que dice, pero si ayuda, it helps. Maybe, but I'm not convinced about that either, okay? Es fácil para ti decir eso, Richard. It's easy for you to say that, okay? Tienes más dinero que jamás necesitarás. You have more money than you will ever need. Me? Are you crazy? No, I don't. I don't have more money than I will ever need. I'm not rich yet. I'm still trying, okay, to become rich. Tienes más dinero del que jamás vas a necesitar. You have more money than you are ever going to need. Ever se acentúa bastante cuando si quieres expresarte con cierta pasión, digamos. You have more money than you'll ever need. Y yo ni siquiera puedo pagar el alquiler. Me? I can't even, aquí even otra vez, I can't even pay the rent. I can't even make ends meet. No puedo llegar ni siquiera a fin de mes. I can't even make ends meet. Okay? I have problems. I'm not happier than you. I'm extremely worried about my future. Well, listen, if you're worried about your future, let's start taking steps in the right direction. And the steps you're taking now with me to improve your English in my opinion, are very good steps. So I have to say goodbye to you for now. Be back another day, but I want you to continue walking. And when I come back to you tomorrow, I will catch up with you, and we'll continue taking steps together. So in the meantime, continue walking and continue studying. All right. See you again another day.